Self-expression is a hard and selfish thing. It eats everything, even the self. At the end, you find you haven't got a self to express. Behind me are 18 titles by the late English novelist Graham Greene. One is a collection of poems, others are commercial spy thrillers or entertainments as Greene liked to call them. Others still of a more tormented spiritual kind seemingly were written only for Greene himself. Graham Greene, for the better part of the last 6 years, has been a great influence upon my own writing, and over the years I have sought to collect just about every piece of work he's ever done. His character insights, cinematic control of scenes, and unsettling moral questions form a synthesis of style nearly unmatched by any author in the last 70 years. His work has been adapted numerous times into major motion pictures, and he has been, albeit reluctantly, accepted as one of the greatest Catholic authors to ever live. So what was Greene's writing philosophy? Well, first, Greene believed that character always came before message. Greene distrusted novels that existed solely to make an argument. He believed a writer should create living characters with contradictory desires and then allow those consequences of their choices to unfold naturally. This is why his protagonists are rarely ever heroic. They lie, betray, they drink excessively, commit adultery, doubt God, and yet remain capable in some sense of still receiving grace. His famous whiskey priest in his novel The Power and the Glory is both a coward and an alcoholic. Greene deliberately chose an unlikely vessel for his holiness because he believed that goodness is most convincing when mixed with interior weakness. Point 2. Sin for Greene makes for good drama. Most evident in Greene's world of serious literary fiction is his insistence upon a moral backdrop, particularly the Catholic one. Greene once remarked that innocence has very little story, and indeed worlds with moral boundaries offer a story grounds for immorality and a heart that is divided. Greene's themes carry notes we might fairly describe as Augustinian, and most of his novels begin with a person who wants two incompatible things, such as love and duty, faith and skepticism, comfort and sacrifice, political loyalty and conscience. Rather than relying upon purely external adventure, as many modern novels do, Greene's battles were frequently those of an interior kind. Point number 3 is Greene really likes ambiguity. Greene disliked simplistic moral divisions. His villains often possess understandable motives. His heroes frequently make terrible decisions. As readers, we are rarely given complete certainty about whether a character has succeeded or failed spiritually, something which Shusaku Endo, the author of Silence, was greatly influenced by himself. Greene believed life itself is ambiguous, so fiction should preserve that ambiguity rather than seek to eliminate it. Number 4, moral settings. Catholic persecutions in Mexico, the dictatorship of Papa Doc in Port-au-Prince, French colonial Vietnam, a leper colony in the Belgian Congo. None of Greene's settings exist for simply their own sake. The settings have moral weight, a trait similar to the personification by earlier Victorian novelists such as Thomas Hardy. Greene was a man who traveled the world both as a British intelligence officer during World War II and later as a war correspondent and novelist. For those reasons, Greene's stories make for fascinating political and character studies about real-world events. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed that small bit about Graham Greene. If you like what you see, please subscribe, please give this video a like, and check out Graham Greene's work. It's not going anywhere.